At this time our children to come forward for our children's story. Miss Christine will have our children's story this morning, and while they're doing that, they do collect an offering for our Worthy Student Fund.
Morning, boys and girls. Happy Sabbath. Hi, my name is Miss Christine. Some of you know me from adventure class, and you know what? You know I like to read books. I think every class we have, I brought a book to read. And you know what? You can find wonderful stories in books. You can find exciting stories and funny stories, sad stories, silly stories. And you can, and what kind? Happy stories, that's right. Yeah, choo-choo train stories, definitely. We learned about choo-choo trains last adventure class. Yeah. But you know what? You can also learn important things from books. You can learn, yeah, okay. You can learn things from your school books. And you can also learn stories from the Bible, just like this Bible here. Yes, Elijah? That is true. You can learn from books, but a lot of people use computers now, but you know what? Those same things are in books that you can learn, and they're fun to read, and so is the Bible. But you know what? Yeah, but like I said, you can even learn things from the Bible, but you know what? Jesus told stories also that you can find in the Bible. These stories were called parables. Does anybody know what a parable is? You wonder what that is? Okay, well, I have a book here, and Donkey Ollie is going to help explain to you guys what a parable is. No, it's a donkey. But he does look like a rabbit with these big ears, doesn't he? It's a donkey. Okay, I'm going to try to do this and hold the microphone at the same time. So, Charlie, do you want to come here and help me? I'll see if you can do it. I need you to hold this by my mouth. Right there. That's good job. Then you can see the pictures better, too. This is Charlie, my grandson. You guys probably know. He's a great helper at home, too. Donkey Ollie had many adventures, but he was always happiest when he was at home with his 3 brothers and his Aunt Alana. You have Aunt Alana, Isa, Asu, and Jeremy. One day, Jeremy asked, "Hi, Ollie, what exactly is a parable?" "A pair of bulls?" asked Donkey Abe, who was visiting. "It's mighty dangerous to get 2 bulls together. They might fight. I saw that once at Farmer Micah's. It was not a pretty sight." "Not 2 bulls, Abe," laughed Aunt Alana. "The parable is a story or a riddle that teaches a lesson." Did you hear that? That's what parable means. It's a story or a lesson it's a story or a riddle that teaches a lesson. "Oh, yes, said Donkey Abe. "I love listening to them. When I was young, it made it so much easier for me to understand these things." "I like them too," said Ollie. "Jesus used parables a lot when he was teaching. Do you know any of them?" "Of course I do," said Donkey Abe. "One of my favorites..." Oh, you know what I forgot, Charlie? What? Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven was like a mustard seed. Thank you. This is a mustard seed. See the tiny little seeds in there? See how tiny they are? You can pass them around. Don't try to open it, though, but you can pass it around and look at it. Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven was like a mustard seed. It starts out a tiny little seed, but it can grow into a plant as big as a tree. I think he forgot part of the story, though, said Jeremy. What do you mean, asked Ollie. You see how tiny they are? Pass it around so everybody can see them. Okay. Daniel saw them. He had them. Okay, then pass them back up this way so I can finish the story, so you guys can hear what's happening about this mustard seed. You got it? Okay, pass them back up this way. I think everybody saw them. Okay. Thank you. They're pretty tiny, aren't they? Yeah. Well, that's what you... They are. But Jesus said that... Did you see them? You saw them. See? Yeah, okay, everybody sit down so everybody can hear the story. No, sit down. Sit down, sweetheart. There you go. Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven was like a mustard seed. It starts out tiny, but it can grow into as big as a tree. Yeah, imagine something this tiny growing into a tree. Isn't that crazy? I think he forgot part of the story, though, said Jeremy. What do you mean? Well, said Isa, if you allow a mustard seed to grow in your garden, it's going to take over one part of your yard, and it takes over and you can never get rid of it. Wow, that's crazy, mustard seed. So, Ollie said thoughtfully, what Jesus is saying then, if you let the kingdom of heaven in one part of your life, if you let the kingdom in heaven into one part of your life, it will take over your whole life. I don't know, that sounds pretty fun to me. You let Jesus into your heart, just as tiny as your little hearts are right now. See? There's Ole here, he's talking about it. Then you have Jesus, it expands and gets bigger and bigger into your whole life. Wow, said Jeremy. I thought the story meant that something huge starts out small and gradually grows big. But you know what? I guess the parables can be understood in a lot of different ways. Stop, Charlie. If you start with the right seed, it will help you your whole life. So what does that say? If you start with Jesus, who is the seed, that tiny little seed into your tiny little bodies, he's going to grow into your whole life and he's going to teach you how to do the right things and to be nice and to be smart and be loving. All of that from just that tiny little seed, that tiny little spark that might be in your heart. Isn't that amazing? I think it is. I think it's just wonderful. So you don't have to be a big grown adult like us or an older person to know Jesus. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, no, not right now. No, not right now. But I just want to let you know, you can be little, just like you guys are, to know Jesus and to find that seed. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Who would like to, I need 2 people to pray for me. Let's say Raina, and how about a boy this time? Elijah. No, just 2, okay? I know everybody wants to pray, but, okay, well maybe, wait a minute. No, Raina, you're going to back up. No stuff? Okay, come here, Raina.
Pray so bad.
I know everybody wants to pray. Here. Okay, what do we do when we pray? What do we do when we pray, everyone?
Thank you, God. Thank you for everything. Make sure you have a wonderful day. Make sure you be kind. Make sure we be nice to everybody. In the Lord, amen.
All right, let's see. Charlie, do you want to do a pray? Yeah. Okay. Say whatever's in your heart. Okay. I know it is scary, isn't it? I know, but thank you for trying. You going to pray for us today, Daniel?
Yeah. Jesus, help me see some more food and help me to feel more out of the bucket good for me. Amen.
Amen. Shh, you guys be quiet. Okay,
Dear
we're going to do one more prayer since
Dear Jesus, for the Lord, He helps us, for the blessed helps, for Jesus helps God, help for everybody I love, all these kids I love that's being good, for my friend Mimos is coming to come, because I pray for Mimos and my family all day, and that's the word of God. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, boys and girls. You all go back to your seats now.